Well, hey guys, it's been a little bit since I made a video, so figured here I'd go. I've been here in Colorado for a month and a half or so, and actually here in a couple weeks, I'm going out to New Mexico, near Albuquerque, for it's called a workaway program where we basically trade labor for rent and food and all that, and kind of like similar to where we're at now. It's like a homestead, but you know, just out here trying to live life, and um, it's been fun here in Colorado, and I enjoy the legal marijuana. And I guess I'll have to be making my treks back up here. But I did want to show off something else. I've been working on a motorcycle quite a bit, and if any of y'all know, it was red. Now I've actually painted my bike and my helmet, but I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm still gonna do some stuff. I want to add some stuff to the bike, and but I got a pretty decent little paint job out of. And the thing on this side is there is a dent on the tanks from a previous owner, but tried to kind of blend it in the best I could. And I don't know. I'm pretty stoked on the motorcycle. It's running good. Just got an oil change and all that, but there's just so much crazy shit always going on in the world. And I'm at a loss for words on mostly people. It's like, there used to be this thing that people looking for truth and whatnot, and that's kind of dissipated, sadly, because now everything is a hoax. Now everything is a conspiracy, and this flat Earth psyop nonsense is it's taken its toll already. It's kind of done the damage it's going to do, and it just shows you how kind of ridiculous people are in the conspiracy movement. And sun's coming back out. I've got plenty of ideas for touching on. If you want to get on conspiracies, touch on the real ones. Like 9/11, Federal Reserve, JFK. I mean, I see people still talking about Sandy Hook, and whether it did or didn't happen, I don't know. I wasn't there. You weren't there either. Nobody knows except the people involved. But how did it change your life? That's the big thing you always have to ask with any conspiracy. How did it change your life? How did it affect you personally? And what did it change for you? And a lot of them, not much. It's just you get fed bullshit news after bullshit news after bullshit news to basically keep your mind occupied and keep you thinking that you're on the cutting edge of something, when a year, 2 years goes down the line, and now hell, like what, 16 years that 9/11 happened. It changed their lives permanently with the Patriot Act, and not only that, just the way America was. It was a beginning of something. And yet, I'm not saying harp on 9/11 because people don't care anymore, but that's the thing. We've let it go 16 years down the line, and now it's just some old conspiracy theory that doesn't get looked at much. The real ones, you have to stick with them. You have to really, I guess, break them down. And now, I don't personally keep up with a lot of this shit anymore. I don't have the time to, for one, and it's kind of boring. I just have no interest in all these damn conspiracy theories. Antifa though, and the shit taking down the statues is an awful fucking thing. And Antifa, God, these little shit stains need to just be kicked in the teeth. Like, fuck, man. And we went and did some work the other day for this guy, and I kind of brought up Antifa, and he's very liberal, and I have to kind of bite my tongue when I'm doing work for him. But he calls everybody Republicans, this and that. So, he, like I said, very liberal. Now, I tried to bring up this whole Antifa thing, and he said, and something that I really liked what he said. It doesn't matter if you're on the right or left. Terrorism is about the same. These extremists are the same on both sides. You can't tell them apart. And that's a fact. I mean, it is. It's now maybe Antifa, the whole setup is there to basically to stir people up into going against a group, because this is my thought. You go after Antifa, you label them a domestic terrorist group. Well, then, next they'll be after the Patriots or the Preppers or whatever. And I'm none of those. I'm just an individual person doing my own thing, living my own life. So it doesn't, again, affect me directly. Now, taking down the statues, that's debatable. Personally, I stand on the side of leave them up. You can't erase history. There were bad things that happened on both sides. And, history's written by the victor. Just like in World War II, if Nazi Germany had won the war, then, we'd all be speaking German and it'd be a totally different world. And the tales of America would be one of, outright evil bullshit. That's just because history is written by the victor. So you take that into present times, the thing that bothers me, it's like the old quote from Orwell, he who controls the past controls the future. Or maybe that's not exactly right, but you get what I'm saying. Maybe it's he who controls the past controls the present, and he who controls the present controls the future. And I don't know if that's right exactly either. But you get the point of what I'm saying. You start deleting things from history and making them so people aren't taught about it, just like in Germany people aren't taught about, the Nazis and whatnot. Not to the degree that we are over here in the United States. And maybe I'm wrong. That's what I was led to believe anyway. But they are, you can't even have anything to do with them over there. Now, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Hitler or the Nazis did, but I also don't believe in destroying history. It needs to be talked about because history always repeats itself, and if you're not prepared for it, well, it's going to bite you in the ass. And, but really overall, I guess I'm going to end that on that one. Things here are pretty mellow. Life is life. You're going to face struggles no matter where you're at. And I've definitely got my share of them here. But I am fully enveloped in my life. It's got me, I go to bed tired at night. I wake up early and I will do something all day. So it's not like I'm twiddling my fucking thumbs. And I just a lot of times have to stop and appreciate where I'm at because I grew up in Tennessee and I got no scenery like this, or I didn't grow up with scenery like this. We have mountains, but they're molehills compared to the mountains out here, and so I really have to not get caught up in life too much and stop and appreciate the beauty of where I'm at. And like I said, I'm about to go to New Mexico. I've been to New Mexico a couple times since I've been out this way, and yeah, I'm stoked. It's totally different landscape, and I'm ready to see it. The desert has called me since I was a child, and I'm ready to get out there, at least for a little while. And but here I am just rambling on, so I'm gonna wrap it up on that one, and I'll show off that badass motorcycle one more time. And for those of you that are wondering, that's a 1984 Kawasaki GPZ 900 or a Ninja ZX 900. Same difference. The first year for that bike, the first bike consumer-wise ever to break the 150 mile an hour barrier. I've had her up to 140. and I'm not going to go any faster than that. And that was a one-time thing. I've been to 130 a couple times, but even that, I don't want to do it. It's an old bike. It's older than I am. So, but you know, it rides. It gets me around. It, you know, I can ride 100 miles and everything's all good. But anywho, guys, peace out and much love. Talk to you soon.